Spoken word. I don't know what to call this one just yet, so here you go. No, sir. Merely because the state of Missouri declared that you share the same genetic markers as my baby, thus establishing paternity, does not make you a father. Maybe it deem you worthy of the title baby daddy, since you seem to exude behavior similar to most of the atypical, standard, no good, bottom dwelling nuggles that give good black men bad statistical standings. For instance, it's not in mommy's job description to be a bugaboo on your weekends to try and track you down so that my baby can spend a little bit of time with his daddy. You only take him twice a month for a day and a half, if that, and for this to be your firstborn son, your flesh and blood, I don't get that. I know that you work now. For once, that's all well and fine. In this day and age, without money, you absolutely can't survive. I respect that you have her and them kids in the home together where you all live as a family. Still, it seems you ought to forget who the first member of your little family is. I'm not trying to sound bitter. If I do, it's not the case at all, but I am bitter and irritated that shit like this comes to befall. No, sir. Just because you pay child support and you're caught up now, for once, does not make you a father. Let me remind me that it was your idea to file a case because you wanted the free paternity test that only confirmed what I already knew anyway. Yeah, I cheated. I'm sorry, but I wouldn't change the decisions that I've made, nor should you let the family support decision dictate the steps that you take. Let's go over some history, a trip down memory lane. The case was open when my son was just a month-old baby, but we got our first check right before his first birthday. And then you started a no job, and then we had to wait. And then we got a check, and then we celebrate, and then you started a new job. And then we had to wait. And then we got a check, and then, of course, we'd celebrate, and then you got a new job. Can you see the trend in this useless cycle you've created that never seems to end? Meanwhile, who had to hold it down so that we could have a home to come home to? Who paid for daycare, diapers, shoes? Yeah, you had to hook up on a few things, but doesn't every dude who has a homie that's got a boy who knows somebody's dude? I will give you credit for two things, though. One, you're not in jail, which I appreciate more than you ever will know. And two, you were there for me the day that he was born. One of the only times that you were there before you let your presence be decided. Wait. One of the very few times you were before you let your presence be determined by a piece of paper. And I don't give a damn what anyone else might say. Tell your woman that not now, not today, not ever, not never could she ever try to be anything remotely similar to the mother that I am to my baby. It's cool that she'll text, it's cool that she'll call to check up on my son, sometimes more than you do at all. If you do at all, find it within yourself to call, and when you do, she's in the background feeding you what to say. You don't have the balls to communicate by yourself. I shouldn't be filtered through her. I shouldn't have to go through anyone else. No, sir. Just because you asked to take our child on the holidays and for shits and giggles, Father's Day, now, for once, does not make you a father. It's only because your woman is the George Bush of your relationship and you don't have the balls to contradict the rulings of her politics. Essentially, she runs all your shit, and she just happened to have decided to make some plans on those specific dates, in addition to making sure that my baby is included in birthday parties for them kids' birthday while you let his pass unnoticed. It's all good. Mommy was there to save the day. It's all good. Mommy has a job and continues to get paid. And when she didn't have a job, Mommy still made a way. Mommy finds clothes, shoes, food. Mommy provides transportation. 9 times out of 10, transporting him to and from you. Mommy had a place for him to live before he was born that you didn't help with because you backed out, and I thank God you did. I should have seen that you weren't of any caliber for me to be with. I wish that I could say that I'm proud of you. That my baby daddy takes care of his. That my baby daddy always did. But I can't. What I can say is that I'm sick of your bullshit. Tired of your excuses and beyond being disappointed. To be honest, I'd be willing to forgive everything. All the trifling things, the waiting almost a year to see a dime and hoping that you just might find it within yourself to make just a little bit more time for the joy and pride of my life that's 5 years old and stands 3.5 feet 5 with your nose but my smile and my eyes. If you could just try. If you can be there for her and them kids 24/7, 365, then you can be there a little bit more. Then you can be there for our son at least a little bit more than twice a month and $4.83 payment worth of child support. No, sir. Don't be upset years from now when our child is old enough to see how you weren't there, how for some reason he didn't compare or wasn't important enough in your eyes for you to be a real father. You've had ample chances, times, and opportunities to make a difference, to be a difference, to show that you care. In case you didn't know, this shit is not optional. Parenting is a lifetime thing. You don't do it just because you please. You do it because it's mandatory. No, sir. You might think you're doing all right with your meager attempt at being involved in his life. You might think you're a father because I'm just a woman and you used to be the man. But you and her combined on your best days and nights will never amount to be what I am to that child. No, sir. Because of you, I'm more than just mommy.
Who are you talking to?
No, lady. Give me a kiss.
Who are you talking to? Dad?
Yeah, that.
Look, that's this little baby.